चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। पादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्येश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna everyone. Today while cooking I was keeping Srimad Bhagavatam book in my kitchen and I was reading because I'm also having my exams. So I was reading the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, and in that what I really liked was Vritrasura and Indra. They were having a fight because the Supreme Lord Krishna only had told that Indra will be destined to kill Vritrasura. Indra will be blessed to kill the demon Vritrasura. Vritrasura was a pure devotee of Krishna. Indra also was a wonderful devotee of Krishna. But the Lord arranged that Vritrasura has to die with the thunderbolt weapon made from Dadichi's bones. And Indra would use it to kill Vritrasura, and Indra will be victorious and Vritrasura will be defeated. This was what Krishna had decided for them. And what happens is, now who should be very happy? Indra should be happy that, oh, I am going to win, and he should be very motivated to kill Vritrasura. But what happens is, the reverse happens. That's why it was very interesting for me, because Vritrasura starts motivating Indra to fight, because Vritrasura is a pure devotee. So what does Vritrasura say? He tells, when Vritrasura and Indra start the fight, Indra throws some weapon and Vritrasura breaks it, and Vritrasura also attacks Indra, and Indra's elephant gets injured and starts bleeding, and Indra also falls down because the elephant falls. Because Indra is seated on the elephant. So like this, Indra starts feeling that, am I getting defeated? Nothing is working. Though he's been told by the Lord that he's going to win, he's feeling like he's going to be defeated. So, but Vritrasura had all the faith in the Lord, that the Lord has told that Indra will be defeated. I will be defeated, that means I will be defeated. This was his attitude. So what does Vritrasura say in Bhagavatam? He says, Vritrasura encouraged Indra, saying, don't be morose because of my victory. He tells her, and then he says, there is no need to stop fighting. And he says, instead, you should go on with your duty. So he says that don't be morose with my victory. There is no need to stop fighting. And he says that don't think that you will not be victorious. When Krishna desires, you will certainly be victorious. So this verse in the purport of Canto 6, Chapter 12, verse number 7, purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying, this verse is very instructive for sincere workers in the Krishna consciousness movement. We should not be jubilant in victory or morose in defeat. We should make a sincere effort to implement the will of Krishna or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we should not be concerned with victory and defeat. Our only duty is to work sincerely so that our activities may be recognized by Krishna. So, what does Vritrasura say to Indra? Hey Indra, don't be morose. Even if you are not appearing to win now, but you are going to be victorious because Krishna has told that you are going to win. So come on, fight. And then in this chapter 12, he goes on encouraging Indra so much, and he tells him that you should fight. He tells that just as a wooden doll is controlled by the puppeteer, and the doll dances, like that the Supreme Lord is controlling every living entity. And he says all living beings in all the planets of this universe, and even the presiding deities of all the planets, for every planet there is one deity, no? All those deities, they are fully under the control of the Supreme Lord, and they work like birds caught in a net, and they cannot move independently. And then he says that So everybody is under the control of the Lord. In that purport of text 8, the purport says that no one is independent from Brahma down to the insignificant ant. Whether we are defeated or victorious, the Supreme Lord is always victorious because everyone acts under his instructions. And so he's telling that everyone is working under Krishna's instructions. Now those who are not surrendered to Krishna, means those who are not following Krishna's instructions, for them karma will act. Based on karma we will either get victory or defeat. But if we are following Krishna's instructions, if we are chanting Krishna's names, if we are reading Bhagavad Gita, then what will happen? Our karma will not act in our life, but Krishna only will decide our destiny. Krishna only will change and plan what is going to happen in our life. That is what is told. And here, what is told in this purport is that the difference between the suras and asuras is that the suras know that nothing can happen without the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when I read this line, I was very inspired because the next line also says, whereas the asuras cannot understand the supreme will of the Lord. In this fight, Vritrasura is actually the sura and Indra is the asura. No one can act independently. Rather, everyone acts under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, victory and defeat come according to the results of one's karma, and a judgment is given by the Supreme Lord. Since we act under the control of the Supreme Lord, according to our karma, no one is independent. So in this verse, it was told that Vritrasura is the sura and Indra is the asura. I was surprised because in the previous verse, Vritrasura is the one who is motivating Indra. In this whole chapter, you will see Vritrasura gives motivational lines to Indra. He says, "Hey Indra, my hands are cut and it is bleeding profusely, but still I am not demotivated. I am attacking you. You are not even fighting. Why are you sitting like this morose? And you are not fighting with me. Come on, fight. Come on, attack me. I am going to get defeated. Use your thunderbolt." Because Vishnu told to Indra that this thunderbolt is the weapon that is going to kill Vritrasura. So Indra should have used that, but he was not feeling encouraged. And when he tried to use his thunderbolt, also fell down from his hand, and then he was feeling scared to pick it up. So Vritrasura said, "Come on, you pick up your weapon, use it, attack me. I am here happy to die. I am not bothered about victory or defeat." Because I am living to serve the Lord. If I am living now, I am going to live for Krishna's pleasure. If I die also, I will live for Krishna's pleasure. And when I am alive now, my duty is to fight because I am born to fight with you. So I am fighting with you. I know I am going to defeat, but I am going to fight. I am going to do my duty. You see his spirit. He knew he is going to fail. Do we have that spirit? I didn't have that spirit. When I saw this verse, I felt, oh my God, during my exam times, I used to feel that I'm not going to do well in this exam. Oh, then how can I? Even if I study, I won't do well. I would not have the enthusiasm to study nicely. And then only if I got a good teacher, then I would feel inspired and I would study. I would want to study, but I would not have that inspiration so much. But still, I would try and I would study. And if I performed badly in the exam, then I would spend some time brooding over the pain that I did not do well. So this kind of pain would trouble me, no? But when I saw Vritrasura, I felt it is so motivating, especially for students and for everyone, because it's not just exams, but in everything in our life, there will be one or the other situation where I feel this is not happening as per my will, this is not happening as per my will. But of course, we should not do everything for our will and our desires. We should do the right things for Krishna's pleasure. And if it's not happening, if the result is not coming, the right result is not coming, then we should be like Vritrasura, that we should endeavor. Come on, endeavor Indra, he told. Come on, endeavor Indra. Why are you so morose? Fight with me, attack me. Victory may not come now, but it will come at the time Krishna wants, he told. So then their fight was very long. And finally, Indra went into the mouth of Vritrasura and it appeared like Indra got defeated. But actually that was not the case. Vritrasura thought, okay, now the fight is over and Indra is inside my belly. And so Vritrasura started meditating. Okay, at least now I want to go back to the Lord's home. I want to die. So he starts meditating. And Indra also was not a loser. Inside the belly of Vritrasura, he also started praying, and he used his powers. And Narayana Kavach. He used his Narayana Kavach, which was Vishnu's blessing, and that protected him within Vritrasura's stomach. And with Narayana Kavacha's help, he broke over the abdomen of Vritrasura using thunderbolt weapon. So like this, Indra won. He killed Vritrasura also. But you see how much of a secret thing it was. Like if Indra thought that I won't win, already I went into Vritrasura's belly, now how I will win. If he thought like this, and if he sat simply, then would he win? No. But because he endeavored, because it was Krishna given duty, he endeavored, and so he won. And Vritrasura also won. Actually, here in the purports at the end, Prabhupada says actually Vritrasura was the real winner because he actually swallowed Indra. So because Vritrasura was more courageous and more pure devotee, so he was just following the Lord's instructions. So from this verse, I understood that actually I was also having Indra's attitudes. So I was a Sura, because here it is said Vritrasura is not the Sura, but it's not the Asura. Vritrasura is the Sura, but Indra was the Asura. Why Indra was the Asura? He didn't have faith in the Lord's words that the thunderbolt will kill, and he was becoming morose, and he was thinking that he is the doer. Kartaham iti manyate. Only fools think that we are the doer. If we think that by studying for this exam nicely, I am going to do very well in the exam, I am going to excel. Like this, in this attitude, if we think no, then that is an Asura attitude. We will be, then if it doesn't happen, we will become very morose.
If we don't accept Krishna's plan, it's Asura.
Because we are not accepting it as Krishna's plan. My mother is prompting the right point to me that
accept the defeat, so he became morose.
Because we are not willing to accept the defeat.
Krishna given defeat also is victory.
Krishna given defeat or Krishna given victory. Both are Krishna's loving gift for us, gifts for us. So even if we are in defeat or in victory, we have to see it as Krishna's plan, and we have to endeavor, because Krishna says, do your duty. Here it is told in Bhagavad Gita that Niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jyayo hya karmanaha. Perform your prescribed duty, for action is better than inaction. So if the desire is told by, if the result is already destined by Krishna that you are going to fail, then should we not do our duty? Oh, I am going to fail, so I will not do only, like, oh, in my horoscope it's written I am going to have a divorce, so I will not marry only. But if you at least endeavor and you marry, you try to marry and you try to stay in a marriage, then Krishna will bless you, because you are endeavoring, he will bless you. And for a devotee, karma does not work. So if you marry, then karma may change for you. Not may change, it will change. It will not work. So like that only, even in your matter of exams, your teacher may say, one of my friends said, my teacher is saying that, only those whom I love, they will pass in their exams, and those whom I hate, they will not succeed in their exams. Even those who are scoring less marks, but if I love them, they will do very well in the exams. This may be the way a teacher is encouraging the student, but should we believe such words and feel demotivated? No. Everybody can say motivating words, or everybody can say discouraging words. But we have to remember, finally only what Krishna wants will happen. And if Krishna's plan is discouraging, that I am going to be a failure, even then Krishna's plan is the best plan. So be a Sura and be like Vritrasura, and be courageous like Vritrasura. Be a pure devotee like Vritrasura, and don't be demotivated. Accept his plan, accept Krishna's plan, and endeavor, do your duty. This was the motivation for me, because I would become very much morose with people's negative comments, or with any problem that comes, any small thing, I would worry so much, and my mother would just smile for those problems. She would not get worried, but I would get so tense, so worried. I would lose all my energy. How I should be as a young person, I should be very strong, enthusiastic, bubbly, but I would become very much like an aged and sick person, But this verse, that's why I started keeping Bhagavatam when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking, I keep Bhagavatam verse like this, and I read the shloka, read the translation, read the purport, and then while I'm cooking, and anyway I'm used to cooking, so I don't have to do anything new. That time I'm trying to say the verse. Before I was trying to say the shlokas and the translations, but now I finished learning those particular shlokas for my examination. So then my mother told, now you can learn the answers for the questions. So I started keeping the book And now onwards, even if I finish learning for my exams, I decided that I will keep Srimad Bhagavatam and I will read the purport, and then I will keep teaching to the walls, the whatever I have learned. And when I'm teaching, that time it really went into my head. That time I really understood. While cooking, I was teaching to the walls or to my own self. I was just teaching, and that time I really understood that, oh my God, Vritrasura, the Asura, is called as a Sura because he accepted Krishna's plan.
He accepted Krishna's chosen defeat.
He accepted Krishna's chosen defeat, and he still did not lose hope. He endeavored, he fought. Karmanyavadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. And he endeavored. Yes, yes. Karmanyavadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. Ma karma palahetubur mate sangosta karmani. You should not be attached to your result, but you should endeavor. What is the meaning of that?
You should not be not doing the duty.
You should not be not doing your duty.
Krishna is giving the result.
Yes, because Krishna is giving the result. Oh, then I will not do my duty. This should not be our attitude. We should do our duty. Vritrasura also, he did his duty. He's such a moral, such a nice role model for us that he did his duty. He fought with Indra. Bold, his hands, were cut and bleeding. Both hands were cut. Still he fought. He opened his mouth and he swallowed Indra inside his mouth. Even if he didn't have hands, even if his hands were bleeding, and he knows the future prophecy that he is going to get defeated, still he swallowed Indra inside. And he was, along with that, he was motivating Indra. Hey, come on man, why you are so fearful? Fight with me. Defeat and death was nectar for him. He did not feel scared.
That was Krishna's plan.
That was Krishna's plan for him. That's why he was called Sura. In this whole chapter it tells how Vritrasura, even in spite of defeat, in spite of knowing he is defeated, he is going to be defeated, his hands are cut, still he went on fighting and went on motivating Indra. See, no competition also. He's not feeling, oh, Indra will win, I will not teach him any tricks. He didn't have this attitude. He was a pure devotee. He said, even if I'm going to die, I know that I'm going back to Godhead and I know that I'm going to serve the Lord there. Here, now my service is to fight with you. And I am going to get defeated, but my service is to fight, so I am going to fight. So what should we do? We also should do our duty. No matter what, even if we are not going to succeed in our life in any way, but our duty is what? As a student, to study. So we should study nicely. We should get a good teacher and study nicely. And if we are
like a Sura.
Yeah, study like a Sura without expectation of the result. Accept Krishna's results and study nicely. And if you are a housewife or if we are in Grihastha ashram, then you accept Krishna's plan. Whatever is your life situation, current situation, that is Krishna's plan. Then what should you do? You should do your endeavor. Should you be morose and feel, oh, I will not do my duty, I will be sad? No! Don't become like Indra. Become like Vritrasura. And be very courageous and do your duty. Because that's what Krishna wants. That's what he's saying you do. Karmanyavadikaraste. And he's saying in another verse also that you do your duty. And so just do your duty. That was the moral, and so I became very happy because I also have my problems and I have feeling that this may not happen, that may not happen in my life. So should I become morose and stop doing everything and be depressed? No! People of my age group, so many of them become depressed and they don't want to do anything. Like how I was also feeling depressed. No, don't become depressed. So if you have Bhagavatam, you don't need any pills. You don't need any depression pills. You don't need to go to any doctor, mental doctor. Open Srimad Bhagavatam, read Bhagavatam's verses. You get it freely. It's freely available in Veda base. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 12. If you read this, you will know Vritrasura's story and you'll be very motivated. And I also like Ajamala's story in Chapter 1. It is there. So of Canto 6, Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna. That's all for today. If you please bless me, then every day I will continue reading like this and I will not stay depressed, but I will come and share whatever has cheered me up for the day. Thank you very much. Need all of your blessings. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.